Hello, join me at the talking station. Sorry, I seem to have all my chats. I was like, what can I chat about this week? Like, I'm gonna have these little chats each week, and I decided to make this one dog focused or puppy focused. And I think today I'm gonna talk about the puppy blues, because I think it's a little known thing, or at least I had not heard of it before I got a puppy, and I like was shocked when the feelings I felt after I got a puppy shocked me. Like, I did not expect to feel how I felt in the slightest, not one bit. And after like googling when at the time all these feelings I felt and coming across all these forums and like videos about puppy blues, I was like, why does no one talk about, like, I just did not know this. And I've known people who've got puppies and they never mentioned this, and I was like, how? Because it's really horrible feelings. Like, I don't know because I haven't had a baby and I haven't had postpartum depression, but apparently you can experience similar feelings when you get a puppy to when you've had a baby and you suffer postpartum depression. So let me just tell you, I indeed did get the puppy blues. It wasn't all sunshine and roses when I first got Evie. Probably why I didn't film from the moment I got her, because I was not feeling it. I just wanted to like mention it, because if you like have just got a puppy or you're about to get a puppy, to either to prepare you or let you know that it's totally normal to feel like you've made a huge mistake. Like, it's totally normal to feel overwhelmed or like you can't cope or whatever, because it's a huge change. And I don't think, like, you can do all the research you want and be as prepared as you think you are, but until you have the puppy and your lifestyle has changed to fit around that puppy, like, you don't know what effect it's going to have on you. And let me tell you, I did not. And I think I cried multiple times a day, every day for the first week when I got Evie, because I was just like, and she's just come here on command. Hello, yes, I'm talking about you. And now you look at her and you think, how could you ever upset me? Oh, and Evie has been groomed. I don't think she's been on camera since she's been groomed. Here she is, a groomed queen. Yeah, like, now you know, when you've built a bond with them, and I've had Evie for like 7 months now, you think, oh my god, how did I ever feel like that about you? But genuinely, for the first week, I didn't like her. And that sounds awful to say, but I didn't. I thought she was annoying. I was like, oh my god, she's a little terror. Like, how do I control this animal? And oh, so many feelings, so many feelings. But yeah, just if you're feeling that way, I'm gonna put her down before she distracts me. Like, please just don't panic. Like, it's gonna be okay. You just need to like think of the bigger picture, because what I was doing is basically, I got her, I brought her home, I'd done all this research on how to, you know, look after a puppy and specifically Havanese and all of this, and then I just stared at her and I was like, oh my god, now what? Like, and she did sleep a lot on the first like night, because she was like obviously a bit subdued and overwhelmed with what was going on for her. But I just, that first night, I was fine all the way home, got her home, put her on the floor. She looked up at us like, because she didn't know what was going on. And then I just looked at her like, oh my god, I'm fully responsible for this little being now, and I've never had one before, and I don't know what to do. And if you've never had a dog before, you probably won't know what to do for the first bit, and that's fine. Like, they're gonna be okay. And that's what the like core reason for my panicking was, oh my god, she's not gonna be okay because I'm gonna be an awful owner and she's gonna be like a really unhappy dog. And they don't know what's happening. Like, even they're confused at the time, so it really doesn't matter if you're panicking, because like, they don't, you know, they're just settling in, they don't know what's happening anyway. But yeah, I just, and because I was expecting her to, because Evie sleeps in a crate out, like downstairs, she doesn't sleep in my room with me. And annoyingly, I wish I'd have done the thing where you keep them in the room with you at first and then move them out, because I think that's so much better for them, because of course they've been yanked from somewhere they know and put in this new place with these strange people, and you just expect them to sleep by themselves like instantly. The thing is, I was told, and the breeder said to me, oh, you know, if you're crate training, I just put her in the crate, out of the room. If she cries, just let her cry and she'll be fine. Let her cry it out. I think maybe the cry it out method can work, but like, to me now when I think about it, or it doesn't sit well with me. I'd rather have them in the room and then move them out. But anyway, Evie didn't cry the first night. She was completely silent, not one whine. And I was like, oh my god, we've been blessed with the angel puppy. But because I was so on edge about her, I was awake that whole night. I probably had not even an hour's sleep because I was like waiting for her to cry, because my room's direct, she actually sleeps in the dining room in here, that's the top of her crate. My room is directly above, so I was just listening the whole night waiting for her to cry. So I was already, when she woke up at 6:30 in the morning, I was already sleep deprived because I hadn't even slept. And that's carried on for like a week, so obviously as you get less and less sleep, you get more and more like worried and like agitated and panicky. So it was just a big, you know, and your life's completely flipped, and genuinely it's like having a newborn baby. And so by like the end of that week I was exhausted. I got her on the Friday. The following Thursday I was considering giving her back. I just say that now, I'm like, oh my god, imagine if I'd have given her back. Honestly, I'd contacted the breeder. I'd said, I don't think I can do it, I think, and the breeder had said, do you want me to help you to rehome her? And as soon as she said rehome, I just stared at it and I was like, oh my god, like, if I rehome this dog, I failed. That's how I felt. I was like, I'm gonna have failed myself, I'm gonna have failed her. Like, I've already yanked her from her original home, now I'm gonna ship her off somewhere else. I was like, I'm gonna look like an idiot, because so many people have got dogs and been absolutely fine, but I didn't realise that actually they did go through a puppy blues phase as well. So I was like, can I actually do that? Can I do that to myself, to her, specifically her? Like, that's who I felt the most awful for in the whole situation. I genuinely remember being sat here, she was in her crate, like sleeping, she was absolutely content. It was the Thursday morning, she was asleep in her crate, I was working, but really I was just sat here crying. I was looking at her and I was like, I'm failing this dog because I'm not enjoying being with her. I'm not enjoying, oh god, she's looking at me now as if she knows what I'm saying. I don't mean this now, I mean this when I first got you. She's really staring at me like she understands. Like, I'm not giving her what she needs, she's not going to be happy here, like all of this stuff about her. And in reality it was absolute bullshit, because she was getting regular walks, I was training her every day, she was extremely happy little puppy. I was just projecting all my fears on her, how I was feeling, thinking that's how she felt. She's even licking my ankle now. Oh my god, like, I can't tell you, I don't think I've ever felt any feelings like it. And I've been through like very anxious periods and depressive periods, but this was like, what I could only think of is how new mums feel to human babies. Like, it was just, I was just so stressed. And it was so weird, like, how I got over it. Yeah, it's really weird because all of these feelings like culminated on this Thursday. Like, it all just came to the surface. I was crying my eyes out and I was this close to saying, yes, please can you help me rehome her to the breeder. And then I actually had her vet, like her first vet checkup on this Thursday. Like, just a general check to see if she was okay. She was all in working order. And I was like, right, let's just wait till this vet appointment. I can, like, any anxieties I'm having, let's just like talk to the vet about it and let's go from there. So, and very, like, it was really weird, like that sort of calmed me. And then when I took when I took this little munchkin out at lunch to the garden, and obviously at this stage, you know, I got Evie at 11 weeks, so it's actually a little bit later than some people get them, but you know, she was just about 3 months, so weeing and pooing was occurring all the time, constantly in and out. And we were on probably our 7th trip out of the day at lunch, and I took her out in the garden and I decided to just like, I was like, let's just for a minute just try and forget everything I'm stressed about with her, and let's just enjoy, because I honestly couldn't tell you how much I love dogs. I've always loved dogs, I love them even more now I have one, but I just love them so much. And I was like, let's just forget everything I'm panicking about and just focus on the fact that you have this little puppy. Oh, he died. And let's just enjoy her just for like 10 minutes. And I was like, right, I'm gonna run around the garden with her. So I just like sprinting around, and you know, at that age, I mean, even now she still would, but like, they're like, oh my god, like, it's so exciting to them. And then she's sprinting around with me, and it was sunny, it was a really nice day, and I actually enjoyed myself for like 10 minutes just running around with her. And I was like, okay, now let's like think you can do that. Suddenly it just put this pep in my step, because I just enjoyed, like, it was the first time since getting her in the 6 days I'd actually enjoyed time with her, which it's just so sad now because I wish it had been from day one. And don't get me wrong, lots of people do enjoy it from day one, but just for me, I'm not good with change, and this is quite a big change, believe it or not, to get a dog, so I just didn't do well with it. But thank God by day 6, you know, some people have it a lot longer, and if you're having it a lot longer, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you, because I can totally see why. But I suddenly was like, you can do this, like it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be hard, they're a challenge, you have to be really on it with them, especially for the first like 2 months with them. You still have to be on it now, but like even more so in the first 2 months. But I was like, you can do it, like you can do it. I've been through worse like than getting a puppy. This is a good thing. And I just suddenly immediately felt better, but I was still like, let's just go to the vet and let's just like check everything's okay with her, and let's like ask any questions I'm worried about. So I took her to the vet that evening, and she came out completely fine, everything was perfect. And I took with me all the documents, so because Evie's is registered in the kennel club, her breeder's a kennel club assured breeder, so she's very thorough, thankfully, which is what you want with a breeder. And I got this big stack of documents with her when I got her, including a big pack on just Havanese, like in the breed, like all this facts about them. And I'd read it, and it's very like intensive, and it did stress me out a bit because of all the stuff it said about them. And the vet like saw me flicking through it because I was trying to find like her vaccination records or something, and he was like, oh, I see you've got a lot of information there. And I was like, yeah. And he was like just take it with a pinch of salt. He was like it's going to be written by a fanatic like Havanese lover who is going to know the ins and outs of the breed. He was like, don't worry, like you don't have to be as on it as this person, because like, you know, you've got her as a pet and she's totally fine, and you're doing totally fine with her. But he was like, if you miss a day or two of grooming her, don't worry, nothing's gonna happen, she's gonna be absolutely fine. He was like, if she eats a bit of chocolate off the floor, don't worry, like she's gonna be okay. You know, it's not like she's eating a whole bar. Because that's what I was panicking about, little things like, oh my god, what if she touches the freaking, her nose touches an acorn, what's gonna happen? You know, like all this stuff that you obsess over when you're in a panicking like mode. And it was just so unnecessary. And he was like, even if she eats a slug, he was like, yeah, it's not ideal, but she won't die, like as long as you bring her in and we can treat her there and then, like she'll be fine. And honestly, he didn't even know how much I'd been panicking because I didn't let on to it, but just hearing him say that kind of stuff, I was like, oh my god. I was like, it is fine, she is gonna be fine, like you can do it. Think of it. I was like, everyone else who I know has got dogs, who've had them since puppies, have been through this and they're fine. Like I knew it would be fine. And from that day, thank god, it was a sudden turnaround, and I don't expect everyone to experience this, but I genuinely just suddenly, it was like a weight lifted, and suddenly I was like, I just adapted to this new life. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be difficult, yeah, my life has really changed, but really for the better, but it's going to be okay. And you just have to think, like, your puppy when you first get it is not the dog you're gonna have in a few months time. Like, they might obviously retain some of their personality, but when you first get a puppy, if you're getting them when they're really young, they're just going to be little nightmares, and they're going to poo and wee everywhere, and they're going to attack you with their teeth all the time, and it's going to hurt because they've got needle teeth. And you know, they're not going to know, you know, they haven't been trained yet, so they're not going to know much what you say to them. But if you just start working with them straight away, like, you will honestly see they change so quickly, like week by week, especially early on. They change so fast, you don't even notice it until you're like down the line and you look back and you're like, oh my god, like how much they've changed already. And the dog I have sat on my lap now at 9 months compared to the dog that I had at 3 months, it's just like a complete different, not just physically, but personality wise. She is the most loveliest little being. Like, she's so affectionate, she's so loving, she absolutely loves people, she loves playing with other dogs. I get no more, like, I couldn't get any more joy out of watching her run around with her friends up the common, and like, or seeing her in the morning, or like coming down to her when I haven't been downstairs yet and she's been hanging down here with my mum, and her like seeing me in her tail going frantic. Like, I can't tell you how much joy it gives you. But that won't happen at first. Like, you just have to get through that initial really hard phase, and then it will start. But you'll start to notice these little things happening, and so rewarding to train them and to start seeing them learning commands and and obviously it makes your life easier when they, you know, learn things and they listen to you, and oh, just the best. Like, it honestly transforms your life for the better. But that initial phase, don't worry if you're crying a lot and like thinking you can't do it, because honestly, I've been there and so many people have been there. I probably have made it look like all sunshine and rainbows, and it's not. It really isn't. And to be honest, there's still days now, not where I ever think, oh my god, like, get out, like, I don't want you. Never, 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 never. But like, she still has trying days. She's still a puppy. She's 9 months. Like, she's nowhere near her like adult, you know, completed it mate mental like attitude. Like, she's still got ways to go. But anyway, that was a long ramble. I'm gonna cut it down because bloody hell, you don't need 21 minutes 15 seconds of me talking about puppy blues. But just to let you know, it's totally normal. You'll be absolutely fine. If you're getting a puppy and you don't think it's gonna happen, and then you do feel like it, please just, or let me know and I'll talk to you about it, because trust me, I totally understand. It's a really horrible feeling, especially when, like me, I'd wanted a dog my entire life, and to get one and just have this complete meltdown and not enjoy that first week was so like sad to me, because I was like, I've always wanted this and I'm not enjoying it. But it will come, I promise you. It might be a slow burner, but you'll get there. Best friends now, best friends for life. Poor Evie, she's got to tolerate me for life.
Look at this little angel puppy. And look at you. See her eyeballs now, everyone. She's no longer like Boris. Although she's already very fluffy, and yes, she has got a grey neck because she was actually groomed on Thursday over a week ago, and we went to quite a dusty field the other day. So she needs a bath. But look at those beautiful eyes, hey? Look at those. You're so pretty. Looks like a cartoon character. Aww. I always say, she looks like a White Walker. Like, if the White Walkers had dogs in Game of Thrones, she would be one of the dogs because of those eyes. And you, hey? With the blue eyes. You with the blue eyes. Oh, look at me. Go and find, look, all her torn up cardboard everywhere. She's been shredding this morning. Oh, good tip actually. If anyone's looking for a way to entertain a puppy, bored puppy, if you have an egg box, put treats in it and close it and let them try and get to them. That's what I did today. I actually put one of her dental chews in the egg box, and then she was occupied for a good 15 minutes. What could you want? I'm just thinking, this is like, I had like visions of my first few days of Evie being like this, where we'd be in our nice little puppy bubble and we'd be playing like this. And it was the absolute opposite. I just sat and cried on the floor all the time. You know, we're here now, and just to show you, if you are struggling still, you can get to this point. It will all be okay. You just have to, you know, push through, and you'll have the best time together. Right, you're gonna win then. Ready? Pull then. You can win. Pull. Yay! Well done. She's like, come on then. Are we going again? Where's Santa? Oh my god! You found him! There he is! Yep, Santa, thank you. Well done!